coming!
Careful, to the left!
Were they wrong?
Behind you.
Many animancers believe that nature is there to be measured, controlled, subverted. Well, I've been contemplating that assumption. Quite a bit, in fact. You made peace with the Delimgan in Galawain's tusks. Could that be a sign of things to come? Possibly, if they were to find common ground. I've spent my life trying to dominate nature, to overcome the limitations of our existence for the good of everyone, just like my mother. But what if animancers coexisted with the natural world, supporting instead of exploiting? With a little encouragement, it could be possible. There's plenty of work ahead of us, but I'd say we're off to a good start. Now, let's try and stay on nature's good side. We have a reputation to uphold. Not before I've done some reading.
I have never wanted a bath this badly. Feels like I'm covered in ash.
I'll be here if you need me.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen so many books in one place. And to think Elder Grigor was going to hide them away from everyone. I just wish I wasn't traveling with a woman who agreed with him. I suppose I can't argue with that. But, by that logic, Dolna had just as much right to those books. No matter. What's done is done. I had just hoped that Pargroon knowledge could help the Pargroonen. Well, that's all I have to say on the matter, I suppose. Unless there's something else you wish to discuss? How can I help, darling? Don't let the bedbugs bite, dearie.
How did you and Quilici meet? For some reason, he won't tell me the story. Was it scandalous? Did you seduce him away from a noble heiress, and now you're both in hiding?
No, it's a tale as old as time, my dear. We locked eyes across the bar back in Fjord, and he was a goner. The moment he found out I wanted to see Nakutadek, he offered to take me there. So off we went. And once I'd gotten my fill of the ruin's exterior, we had just enough time left to explore each other.
Research and romance. When I find my special someone, I can only hope our meeting is as educational as yours.
Six.
Be nice if you could get the real food for once.
And now,
Real vegetables, real fruit.
What in this crowd? An outsider.
Mikhaila understands the
Abaddon,
importance of tradition.
patron god of smiths and forges. Animancers respect.
Ah, the outsiders. Well. I hope you don't mind if I shout a bit. I feel like it's impossible to hear anything over all this banging and quenching. Indeed, when they came down to tell us that we had outsiders about, I swore I misheard. I probably should have cleaned up the place. Indeed. Some of it is all the noise, but some of it is that I'm new to this job. Hazing is what it is. I am Forge Master Della. Recently appointed, I should add. Old Master Tassa passed away, and the council appointed me.
Master Tassa died? I figured that old lady would live forever.
So did I. Turns out death comes for us all. Surprised me, too. I assume so. Maybe Tassa did it herself. I know I wouldn't have put my own name on the list. What changes? Everything is done the way it was centuries ago. We're even using the exact same metal they used back then. If I changed anything, it would be to have enough time to get my hands dirty again. There's no free time overseeing these Komai. You came down here for a reason. What can I do for you? I know. A shrine to Abaddon in a forge. How unique. What can I do for you? Did he now? And what exactly is Abaddon's shiny beard? That's star metal! These days I work more with a quill than a hammer, but I think I can make an exception for this. And if the council doesn't like it, they can make someone else Forge Master. Oh, I'd be a happy man to be working the forge again. Oh, how I miss it! The question you should be asking is, what can't I do with it? I could refine and sharpen the material into a sword, certainly. A simple enough ask once you know the secrets of star metal. Alternatively, there's something I've wanted to make since the last time I had my hands on this stuff. A star metal archivist. Now that sounds like a proper challenge. May Abaddon guide my hand, and this trial be worthy of Magrin's attention.
This ought to be good.
Here it is, a firearm unlike any other. I call it the Moonstrike Arquebus, for it will strike your enemies as fiercely as Abaddon's hammer struck the falling moon. You are most welcome, outsider. However, This material is unlike any other metal. It is superior in nearly every way, and an unmatched challenge to work. I want to see what else I could do with it. Bring me more fragments, and I will forge for you a blade unlike any other. Though with more star metal, I may be able to upgrade the Moonstrike Arquebus a bit more. Certainly. I look forward to seeing what else I can do with this metal.
I wonder how this will turn out. There's so much we don't know about the properties of otherworldly metals.
It is done. I call it the Meteor Blade. Never before has anything I've crafted held such a wicked edge. Thank you for your kind words, outsider. I will take them to heart. Blessed day! What would you like done? Hiding Golem. Oh, this will be my pleasure. This won't take long, but it will be worth it. Just you wait and see.
Let's keep a safe distance.
Here you are. The finest blade I have ever had the pleasure of crafting. May it serve you well. I will pray that you do just that. You're back! What did you miss most? The loud clanging or the grimy walls and floor? What can I do for you?
Ready yourselves. Council's just up this lift.
You do the talking. I'm out of my element. about this later. I have a guess. What is the meaning of this? Who let them in here?
They're here because I vouched for them. Marius, you're alive.
There were rumors you died, Marius. We mourned you. You shouldn't have returned.
I trust you came back to us for good reason. I doubt that. There isn't an inch of this land the Wardens do not patrol, day and night. If the Stilgarroth were here, we would know.
And if they are here, let them come. Solus has stood against worse threats for hundreds of years.
They nearly destroyed a city full of animancers. If they come for Solace, even these ancient walls won't save you. If that's all you'll do, you might as well not do anything.
You've already destroyed one historical edifice. We heard of what you did to the ruins in Shatterscarp. Give me a reason to tolerate you for even a second longer. Indeed. But you've brought us news. Now I'm curious. What do you expect us to do for you? It sounds like you have something in mind.
There is no Dream Scourge in Galawain's tusks.
Nor has there ever been. We have no special magic here, and few scholars. It is the spirit of Nandru, our founder, that shields us. Loudly rings his name.
So it is believed, at any rate.
Your cynicism shames you, Kostya, and shames Nandru's sacred halls. When Nandru walked beneath the keep to meet the gods and disappeared into its depths, he knew what dangers would come for us. He left his wardens to protect us. How can that be? The Dream Scourge has not touched the tusks.
My wardens would have warned us.
That's how the Dream Scourge works. Insidious, aggressive, and always unexpected.
What if Nandru's Aegis no longer protects us?
I do not believe it, but I cannot risk the keep on doubt alone. You say you mean to end this plague of madness, Envoy? There is no path.
Nor has there been for hundreds of years. There was a bridge once, but it fell in Nandru's time. How do you know of our garden, Envoy?
The garden is our sacred purpose, its observation and protection, a task handed to us by Nandru himself. He once wrote that the island spoke to him, perhaps as it has spoken to you.
The Envoy does bear a remarkable resemblance to our founder, does she not?
The markings on your face, I recognize them. But I didn't want to believe an Adiran could have anything in common with Nandru.
The godlike are gone.
There's at least one left, and she's standing right in front of you.
Perhaps you are what you say, but it does not matter. We did not lie to you. The bridge has fallen. The path is long gone.
If there is another way, Envoy, you will have to discover it yourself. But I fear you will be disappointed.
It has and always will be our duty to watch over the garden. Even if we knew of the potential of another path, we couldn't tell you. Your facial markings might be similar to Nandru's, but we will not change our ways for an accident of flesh and cartilage. You are an outsider and will remain one forever. The agent of an empire bent on destroying all that we have built. Envoy, you and those like you are why we are here. The Wardens exist to stand in your way.
However noble you may believe your purpose, it is yours alone.
It's mine, too.
You have no more standing in these halls than the Envoy does, Marius. We have no obligation, and indeed, no inclination to help you. I would expect nothing less from someone like yourself.
Goodbye, Envoy. Kostya, see the Envoy out of our halls. Enough time has been wasted on inconsequential matters.
With all due haste, Mihala.
And Marius? Don't stay gone so long next time.
If this is the kind of warm welcome I can expect, I can't wait to come back.
Follow me, Envoy.
Right. I warned you they'd be useless. Or maybe I didn't, but I thought about it. You'd be better off tracking the Steel Garrote. At least they're not useless bureaucrats.
Poor Marius. At least I only had to deal with one politician. He's up against two.
Envoy. I just wanted a word before you went on your way. No, indeed. I feel I owe you an apology. The situation here is desperate. We have more mouths than food. The old sicken. The young suffer. But Mihala, well, she's a devoted warden to her core. I think she'd rather we starve than ask for help. Of course. Our people starve and grow ill. And it's all because Mihala insists duty to the dead means more than the living. She won't let our people leave, or speak with outsiders, or trade for the resources we need. There is no reasoning with her. Anything that doesn't strictly serve our oath to Nandru is treason of the highest order. It's why I play my part where she can see. I don't want to risk her wrath. She's a zealot. She forgets that doctrine is worth less than living. Much like your Inquisitor Ludwig, I suspect. Two sides of the same miserable coin. Mihala has firm principles, and I respect the strength of them. But it's all so pointless. If we stay in this keep, we will surely die. Neither our oaths nor this keep will prevent our people from starving. Change must happen. We need to leave the keep. Do you understand me? The keep decays, and we drown in a rot. The wardens defend a corpse against that which would revive it. We will not last here much longer. Not without food, building materials, medical supplies. I let Nadiran trade caravans slip past our patrols, but that's hardly enough. We need so much more. All of which your ambassador in Paradis could provide. If I could only start the conversation. Information. You're looking for another path to the garden. I don't know if there is one, but I know who might. You were right, you know. The Steel Garrote are in the mines at Mount Forja, looking for the garden even as we speak. If they haven't found what you're looking for, they will soon. I hear their commander is a determined woman. Mihala would have had us rushing headlong to our deaths fighting the Steel Garrote. She does not care about how the situation could advantage us. The garden does not matter to me. Whether it's you or the Steel Garrote who find it, I don't care. Forget duty. Duty cannot feed our children. Duty cannot keep us safe. The Inquisitor is a questionable creature, but she might be all that stands between us and doom. She has the Ambassador's ear. With her support, he might agree to trade with us. It doesn't matter how reasonable he is if I don't have his ear. I am an aging dwarf from a small, fanatical order on the ass end of a volcanic wasteland. Against Mihala's wishes, I have written to him many times. He refuses to lend his ear. But if a powerful ally were to speak on my behalf, there might be something I could offer him. Something like the keep.
You give them the keep? Have you lost your Sunday mind?
You'd be giving up everything your people built here. Generations of history.
The keep. Its inane traditions. None of that means anything to me. I want to offer up Solace Keep to Adir and the Steel Garrote in exchange for goods and gold. Its existence has cost us so much. The least it can do is buy a future for our people. I have been nothing but honest with you about my intention to save my people. If that is treachery, then I shall proudly bear the title traitor. Mihala believes your empire cannot see us as anything but rivals. An agreement may protect us from dying from deprivation, and perhaps also keep us safe from Adir's hunger. It might seem a foolish idea, but better to be a fool who tried than a coward who did not. I thought you'd empathize with this more. Your quest for the garden is also a fool's errand. You are not the first person to have said that. I want you to get what you want, Envoy. My hope is that you don't kill the Inquisitor before I get what I want too. Of course, but need she be stopped by you? Now? In any case, the Steel Garrote are at the Mount Forja mines. To get there, head west across the primordial depths. Do as you will. I believe the Pargrunen and the Adirians can forge a mutually beneficial alliance. That will not happen if there is unnecessary bloodshed.
Andrada?
Sorry, Geoffrey. Captain. No, the council's still going at it. No harm comes.
Anything to report? Excellent work. May they have better fortune on their next turn around the wheel. Somewhere far away from here would be a start. Oh, I see. So we're all stuck here then? gods! Forget I said anything. Please, stop talking. If there's nothing else, thank you. Anything to report? Excellent work. Funny. Hopefully that name can fade away into obscurity. Be safe out there.
An outlander.
Be nice if we could get the real food for
I think
once.
that's real fruit.
Vegetables, real
Probably
fruit.
go to the council. Talk last word.
Talking to Kostya, it's gotta be nice to meet someone who's happy to see adherence for a change. I can tell he's struggling against the current, which is a shame because he's looking out for his people rather than an old building. Tradition and history have their place, but I just can't see putting it ahead of the welfare of the living. But you're the envoy. I'm wondering what you think about it. Maybe so. Sometimes you just work with what you got. Rawatai's grown over the centuries through dozens of expansions, conquests, and alliances. Many were bloody and hard-won, but I still can't find myself wishing for the alternative. We wouldn't have lasted if we stayed a small Almawa tribe struggling against a barren, stormy spit of land. Fair enough, and that's not exactly the choice in front of the Pargrunen either. The question is, do you really think Kostya and his people are better off sticking around here than taking their chances with Adir? Or striking out into the living lands? Surviving. That just doesn't seem like enough. Night, envoy.
I've seen council meetings get out of control, but that one was for the books. Almost as bad as when I asked the governor for some unconventional equipment. He nearly had a heart attack. Old customs struggling to fix new problems. It's remarkable, really, what people do for traditions that have lost all meaning. The garden is your birthright, and the wardens don't seem to know why they're guarding it in the first place. If anyone has a right to enter the garden, it's you. Such is the life of an envoy. The council made their choice. If they won't let you into the garden, you just have to find another way. Pleasant dreams.
Envoy, coming back to Solace is not easy for me. A lot of memories, not all happy ones. I grew up in Solace. They took me in when I was a child, and they treated me like one of their own. Until I left. No, it doesn't. hearing it spoken out loud. The problem is, I started to get the feeling I was being lied to. Like everyone knew something I didn't. Whenever I asked about where I came from, I never got a straight answer. You're here now, they'd say. That's what matters. Oh, they definitely were. I swear on Magrin's breath. What could have been so bad that they wouldn't even tell me about it? Was it something I did? Something I didn't do? I left because I felt like everyone there was keeping something from me. Like I didn't belong there. And they all knew it. Right. Okay. Thanks. I had to get out of there. I slipped out in the night, never said a word to anyone. Didn't look up till I got to Paradise. And here I am, back again. Funny how things work out. Anyway. If I must.
Come on! Come all! Barriers! Rise! Isak Sabu! Pro 10! Back with the Corsair.
Thankful for all you've done.
A little power goes a long way.
Just a little spark.
There we go. You can at last. Told you there's nothing to worry about. Mind your step.
Leave me to my work, Envoy.
The Inquisitor's got a fire in her eye about something, that's for sure.
Captain!
We will remember, Envoy.
When Wodaka takes back her throne, all transgressions...
Envoy, a pleasure as always.
Envoy, hello. I'm glad to see you on your feet. How can I help you? What would you like to know? If you're looking for a particular year, the first thing you should know about Paradise is that this isn't the kind of place where the locals keep records. And though it might be considered a distant backwater by the rest of the world, this city is the height of civilization by the standards of the living lands. As for who calls this place home, I suspect you could find a criminal, confidence man, or prophet from every civilization in the world here. As far as I can tell, Paradise has been this way since its inception, thus the eclectic display of architectural styles. If nothing else, this city is a reflection of the countless people who have passed through it on their way to the interior. Depends on who you ask. Ambassador Heelgard will tell you that our remit here is to establish a secure and orderly environment from which to engage in trade. Inquisitor Liudwin will tell you we're here to break the frontier. But I don't think it's so much a question of which as, why not both?
takes back our throne. All transgressions and injustices will come to light.
The adherents have come quietly. They will not take us by force, but with rule and charter.
You're back! What have you found? You found him? Imprisoned? That must be why he wasn't writing. What did he do? He's going to get a talking to when he returns. Madico, this expedition is cursed. Where did I go wrong?
You sent people out into the wilds with no training and no one to guide them. Maybe take one moment to actually think next time?
You're right. I was so excited by the prospect of being first. Never mind. That's no excuse. It seems we've both learned that the hard way. Thank you, Amica. You've helped me shape the course of history. Come back to the shop sometime.
The honor was ours. Some work is too important to be left undone.
You did good, Envoy. I think you brought them peace.
They're off!
I am uneasy in the presence of so many adherents. They attacked my people, and here we are, waltzing around their occupied territory as if nothing is wrong. I'll do my best not to tarnish your reputation. Fair warning, people might not like seeing you in the company of an animancer. But don't worry, I won't cause any trouble. I know when to keep a low profile. Hey, don't give me an excuse to use it. Anyway, thanks for listening. Just wanted to get that off my chest. Go on then, I'm listening. Settlers come to the Living Lands from every corner of Eora. Many stop in Paradise or venture as far out as Thirdborn. And why not? The city has everything they need. Stability, security, walls. Everything but freedom. That is why the rest of the living lands is populated by the intellectuals, the adventurous, and the criminally insane. Some of us aren't willing to exchange freedom for safety. We accept the frontier as it is. Curious. Are you certain it was you who did the healing? For all we know, it was Sapadal, flinching as you rattled the bars of their cage. Remember, you are a godlike. One of the last, if you believe the rumors. We cannot predict how your physiology or your metaphysical footprint will affect the world around you. And if we cannot predict it, we cannot study it. But no, I have no idea how you did it. Let me know if you ever figure it out. Might come in handy. Let me think. I heard about what happened to the Clavager. Strange, isn't it? 2 politicians leave town, only 1 returns. Not that I'm suggesting anything happened out there. Away from the city, in the wilderness. I'm afraid not. For obvious reasons, I don't have many friends in the area. Should I learn anything of interest, you'll be the first to hear about it. Well, technically the second. Pleasant dreams. That meeting of the Solace Council did not go as planned.
It was a whole lot of exactly what I expected, honestly. It's all processes and traditions and arguments over texts written by non-Druze centuries ago.
Same story everywhere. Though, much of Rauatai's history is recorded in chants, so half our debates are sung. It doesn't resolve our feuds, but it does make them more entertaining.
Do you think there's hope for the Council? Or are they too stuck in their ways?
Do I look like an Usundid politician? There's a reason I spend most of my time as far from civilization as possible.
Well, I'd vote for you, dearie. If only to see you squirm.
Right. What do you want to know? Oh, gods. Get out there and explore, Envoy. You'll be fine. Promise. I've been traveling with you. What could I have heard? Let's see. Honestly, not much out here you need to worry about. Bears, Zarps, spiders, bandits. You want to make your camp look larger and scarier than it is. Keep a fire going, make a lot of noise, hide most of your food. Bears, spiders, and Zarps usually won't attack if they don't think it's worth the trouble. Act like you're tougher than they are. Now, bandits, that's something else. I'd rather run into a bear than one of them any day. Right. Good talk.